Greetings, my dear viewers. It is I, Drehon, back once again with another Dungeons & Dragons character conversion, where we take a look at characters from any work of fiction, or maybe some non-fictional characters, and convert them into the Dungeons & Dragons style for a playable character. Today we are piggybacking off of the Spelljammer setting and taking a look at characters that fit in that environment. Traveling through space, fighting aliens, you know, the works. Anything that is Spelljammer related. And I thought we would first take a look at Master Chief from the Halo franchise. A very popular franchise, I might add. So famous, in fact, that it actually has its own TV series now. Now, I will admit something before we get into this. I never grew up with Halo. Yeah, so, I did play it once. Wasn't a big fan of the style. It was a good concept, don't get me wrong, I just never got into it. The only good part were the alien tech. All that alien weaponry. That was cool stuff there. But everything else was rather boring. I do apologize to any Halo fans, but since I didn't grow up with Halo, I didn't really get into it that much. I was mostly PlayStation and Nintendo. So, don't hate me too much. But that is not going to stop me from building an accurate character conversion for Master Chief, also known as John 117. It was 117, right? Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get things started. Master Chief was actually pretty easy to build, all things considered. Starting things off, we use the point buy system for our stats. Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution will all be a 14 for the purposes of this build. Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma will all be a 10. He is a super soldier. Genetically engineered super soldier. He is designed for combat. He's not really designed for much else. Though it's not like he is stupid. So, give him modest stats for his mental capabilities while having a decent stats for his physical capabilities. Speaking of, Master Chief is human. He's a genetically modified human, but he's still human. So we'll go ahead and increase his dexterity and intelligence each by 1 point, and we will grab the feat Heavy Armor Master, which will increase his strength by 1 more point. And we'll go for the skill Perception, just so we have it. So that leaves our strength and dexterity at a 15, and our intelligence at an 11. Now for our background, thanks to the new Spelljammer books, we have the background Wild Spacer. This gives us proficiencies in athletics and survival, and proficiency in navigator's tools and space vehicles. Nice. We also get the feature Wild Space Adaptation. This gives us access to the Tough Feat, which gives us an extra 2 hit points per level. So starting out at level 1, we have an extra 2 hit points. Once we get to level 2, another 2 hit points on top of that increase. You'll see what I mean when we start going into this. Alright, starting things off with Fighter as our class, we get 10 hit points plus our Constitution modifier plus the Tough Feat. So 10 plus 2 plus 2. Seem good? As a fighter, we get a proficiency in all armor, as well as shields, simple and martial weapons, saving throws of Constitution and Strength, and 2 skills, Insight and Acrobatics. We get a fighting style. We're going to go with close quarters shooter. One of the best parts of that game was being able to fire off your weapons at a close distance right when you're about to get attacked by an alien. Again, best part, alien technology. We also have the second wind feature, which lets us regenerate some of our hit points. Level 2 fighters get action surge, giving us an additional action on top of our first action and our possible bonus action. Oops, something went wrong. Hold on. There we go. The martial archetype. We're going with the gunslinger. This will give us proficiency in firearms and tinker's tools, as well as giving us the ability gunsmith. We'll be able to craft our own weaponry. I don't think that's a part of the Halo franchise, but it was either gunslinger or the other martial archetype that featured guns, the renegade. I thought this was better. We get the adept marksman, we get trick shots, piercing shots, and a violent shot are the most accurate for the Halo franchise's weaponry. Our trick shot save DC is 8, plus our proficiency bonus, plus our dexterity modifier. Moving on to level 4 fighter, we're going to increase our intelligence score by 2 points, making it a 13. If you are a avid multi-classer, you know which class we are multi-classing into. Since we have a minimum of 13 intelligence, we are able to multi-class into Artificer. This will give us another D8 hit die, as well as the extra hit points of 1d8, plus our Constitution modifier, plus the Tough Feats 2 extra hit points per Artificer level. And if you are paying attention, at Fighter level 1, it happened with the same there. For each level of Fighter, we get an extra 2 hit points from the Tough Feat. Isn't this great? Extra hit points. Now, we get proficiencies in Thieves' Tools, and we also get Magical Tinkering. And we get our Spell Casting, which uses our Intelligence modifier. Moving on to level 2 Artificer, we get Infuse Item. Level 3 Artificer gets our Artificer Specialist. Master Chief's signature outfit is the Spartan Armor, which is heavy armor. So the Armorer Artificer is going to be our best bet. We'll get proficiency in heavy armor, which we technically already have, and we get access to Smith's tools as well. Our Armorer spells are Magic Missile and Thunder Wave, which I believe are 2 weapons that are available in Halo. Put that down in the comment section. What's the name of those weapons? You get your Arcane Armor and your Armor Model. I do believe that the Spartan Armor is very similar to the Infiltrator model. I could be wrong, it could be the Guardian. But anyway, also for being a level 3 Artificer, you get the right tool for the job. If you need a certain tool, all you have to do is make it, and you are automatically proficient with that tool. Pretty neat, huh? Level 4 Artificers gets an ability score improvement. Go ahead and increase your strength and your intelligence each by 1 point, rounding them off to a nice even number. Now, both Artificer and Fighter get the same things at level 5, an extra attack. So we'll go ahead and just increase each of them by 1 level. That way we get our extra attack, and the Artificer gets Armorer spells, Mirror Image, and Shatter. Level 6 Fighters will get an ability score improvement or a feat. We're going to grab the feat Gunner. This will increase our dexterity by 1 point, making it a 16. Artificers at level 6 get Tool Expertise. This means we get to add double proficiency to any tool we use. And thanks to Right Tool the Job, we are automatically proficient with whatever tool we create. Boom. Level 7 fighters, thanks to the Gunslinger, get Quick Draw. We don't have to waste our object interaction to stow away our firearm and bring out a new one. It's awesome. I love it. Moving on. Level 7 Artificer gets Flash of Genius, a pretty good skill to have in certain situations. Level 8 Fighters get an ability score improvement. Go ahead and increase your dexterity by 2 points, making it an 18. Artificers at level 8 get another ability score improvement, but we're going to go with the Feat Sharpshooter. This will let us decrease our attack roll by 5, but if the attack hits, we get to increase the damage by 10. What a shot, am I right? Moving on to level 9 Fighter, we get the ability Indomitable. Pretty useful. Level 10 Fighters, thanks to the Gunslinger, get Rapid Repair. If our gun decides to jam, we can easily fix it with our Tinker's tools. Level 11 Fighter gets another extra attack, so we can attack 3 times instead of twice when we take the attack action. Now, we would have gone for a 12th level fighter, but I thought that Artificer level 9 would be the best bet. This gives us armor modifications. We get to treat each individual piece on our armor as a different item for the purposes of our infusions. Our gauntlet, our boot, our chest plate, all different items for the purposes of the infuse item feature. Additionally, we are able to do 2 more infusions on top of that, but they must go on to pieces of our armor. And we also get Armorer spells, Hypnotic Pattern, and Lightning Bolt. Now, I'm not sure about the Hypnotic Pattern, but I do recall a lightning weapon. Don't remember the name of it. Be sure to list any weapon that I mention as a spell in the comment section down below. Now that we are done with the main portion of this build, let's go ahead and look at our spell list. Since we have 9 levels of Artificer, we are able to go to 3rd level in our spells. So, starting off with cantrips, Booming Blade and Shocking Grasp. We also get the 1st level spells Cure Wounds, Jump, and Tasha's Caustic Brew. 2nd level, the spell Air Bubble and Enhance Ability. 3rd level, it was a tie between Fly and Haste. I do recall a jetpack somewhere in Halo. Don't remember where though. So this is mostly your preference. If you like Haste, go with Haste. If you like Flying, go with Fly. But of course, you don't have to take my recommendations. Do whatever you want for your spell list. And with that, that is all I have for you today. How did you like my version of Master Chief for Dungeons & Dragons? I do recall Tulak the Barbarian having his own build for the Spartan. And with that, this has been Drayhan, and I'll see you next time. I am offline.